That was Autumn's Grey Solace, Halfway Underground. And we're gonna play some Alan Wake, but I just keep forgetting to put up the chat and all that. Ads are going up, but there's nobody here, so I'm gonna just get started. Why not? Why not? Around the next episode. Oh, and dearie me, how could I forget? My face needs to be here. Man, I was like, oh, I'm totally in the mood to stream right now. Like, I just woke up. Here I am. Alright. Okay. Let me put this over here. How y'all doing? Hope you guys are doing good. I'm gonna start in just a moment. Just a little bitty moment. Just just hang out with me. Just give me a second. Oh man. All right. Okay. Oh, I'm a little bit too up here. Oh, I gotta put myself down. Where am I? Where am I? Hello? Oh, here I am. All right. I just gotta reset this right here because I looked away from the cam. Hi. uh, Ignore that wink. My eyes are not working today. But hey, how's it going? Okay, Alan Wake. We're gonna be playing Alan Wake. All right.
Previously on Alan Wake, I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that writer just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice.
There you go, Alan.
Hartman. I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you lied.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
I felt groggy.
Oh boy.
Whatever Hartman name was making me numb.
As far as the bad guys go, Dr. Hartman isn't the main villain here, but he's probably a little more interesting than the Dark Presence. He's a very smart guy, and he knows a lot about the Dark Presence and Cauldron Lake in general. He kind of presents himself as a pop psychologist to the stars, but that's kind of a ruse. He just wants creative people in so he can exploit them. With Wake, of course, he resorted to a little more drastic measures. He pretended to have kidnapped his wife, fished him out of a lake, tried to convince him that he was schizophrenic, and it doesn't end very well for him, but it's a valiant effort anyway. We have a lot of backstory for this guy, and I'd love to do a little bit more with him in the future, but of course, we don't exactly leave him feeling very well at the end of this one.
I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
I mean, okay, but
This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course.
I'm gonna push the chairs. Oh, hey, TV. Oh, hey, an X. What the? An Xbox 360. Night Springs is a video game now? Okay. Death Rally. Push this chair. Fuck you, chair. Fuck you. Fuck you. Get in that corner. Get in that corner. And you. Wait. Here. Okay. Okay. Hey, you. No, fuck it. No, don't go into the. Fuck you. Fuck you. Okay. That looks cute. Looks like some kind of tabletop game. What's this? Dark. And some drawings and the. Oh. What? That's cute. Alright, well.
I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan.
No, there's more chairs to push. What's this? I want to see it. I can't move it. I can't move it, but I want to see it. Is it just like a black? Nope, it's probably just black. Oh no, there are paintings in there. Oh, same painting, but paintings nonetheless. Push the chair. Fuck your chair. There we go. One more. I can't enter that. Désolé. Or Desol? Desol. Like the Gorillaz song. Can I push this chair? Of course not. Let me push some chairs. I want to see. Oh, there's a fucking bear. Alright. An elevator.
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped, and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot.
Cauldron Lake Lodge is the residence and place of practice for Dr. Emil Hartman, who uses it as a sort of a nursing home and also a place of inspiration for artists he treats there. Built in the turn of the century, it is an imposing building, hewn from large timber and heavy stone, with a steep shingle roof to weather off even the heaviest of snowfalls. The starting idea for this location was the real-world hotel of Timberline Lodge that they used in the movie Shining, but following the typical style of these buildings and the heavy materials used in the construction, it quickly evolved into a thing of its own.
Well then.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
I'm not so sure about that. I mean, yeah, sure, I guess, but I don't know, man. You can't just write all this shit off as schizophrenia. Trust me.
Story-wise, the most important location in the game, Cauldron Lake, is inspired by the real-world location of
Coffee!
Baker Lake in Oregon. It's a vast lake formed from a volcano thousands of years ago in a massive eruption. It's truly a breathtaking place that anyone interested in such things should definitely visit. In the game, the location, this Cauldron Lake, has actually had two notable eruptions. One that originally formed the lake, and then another which took down a small island in it, along with its cabin and even a person, a diver called Thomas Zane. The place is said to hold an ancient power, and it's not without reason, as you will find out playing the game.
The plaque says, "Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated," by Thomas Zane, in the memory of a dear friend and poet. Interesting.
I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm
Yeah.
telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the one
obviously
trying
loved
to
his own
bring you
voice.
out of the
His
world
words
you've
echoed
constructed for
madly
yourself.
inside my head.
But I
I
can't
dug my
do it
nails
by
into the
myself.
palms of my hands to stay
You need to
focused.
work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery. Come along. Let's go inside.
Spooky. Come on. Scary bad.
Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah. Scary, scary, scary.
I'm getting my coffee.
Emerson,
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused.
A
enough
QR
as it
code?
is.
Yeah,
Hang
you'd
on.
like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson,
Okay. Sorry.
It just leads to the website.
Elbow strike.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony.
Wait, actually, it leads to the website,
Alan, please.
but
This way.
it's a GIF. Give me a second, Hartman. It's a GIF of the guy who made the game nodding at the person looking at the GIF, and it says constipation. That looks painful. Oh my god. Wow.
The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Well then. It's okay, buddy. We can be friends. Do you want to try and kick me? Oh, okay. Hey,
Come, Alan. This way.
you good? Yeah, you're good. No, I'm not going that way. I'm ignoring him. I'm gonna go look at the painter. What's up, dude?
Oh,
Oh.
hello. I've painted you.
You've...
Okay.
What?
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better.
I'm not sure I like the dark. Oh, hey, more chairs to push. Give me a second. That way. Yes. Yes. Put the chair where it doesn't belong. On the floor. Push. Push. Okay. Alright. That's enough messing around. Oh, man. I can't run any faster.
Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Welcome to the Cauldron Lake Lodge. We're here to give you the specialized help you need. However, please observe the following. Please ask friends and family to schedule visits beforehand to ensure they don't interfere with your therapy and or periods of creativity. Also, please respect your fellow patients' need for privacy and personal space, especially when they're engaged by their creative processes. Be patient. Typically, our patients have long-term creative problems, and they won't be solved overnight. Give yourself permission to take the time you need. What? Bear in mind that you're voluntarily receiving treatment that has been specially tailored for you. Engagement therapy, TM, and its sister method, the flow, TM. I don't... That's kind of cheeky calling it the sister method, but okay. The flow works best when you are actively engaged in shaping them. If you have any concerns, please don't hesitate to voice them. I have I didn't see you walk over. I don't like you. Anyway. Whoa.
My rheumatism's killing me.
What?
There's
Hey,
a storm
it's the old
coming.
gods.
Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
I love them, sir. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Say, you're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we'd forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
The manuscript? It is a manuscript.
My head was clearing.
Hang on. Hang on, Alan.
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He too had a way with words.
Oh.
Or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom, got any booze on you?
Yeah, no. Sorry,
we have a
guys.
stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just noticed. Leather patches on the elbows? That's not very rock and roll.
Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all. Taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
And my ravens, what were they? Memory and thought, the hag.
She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off. This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, a god.
Nightmare shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake.
Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and raw. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other rider.
She's been using you, boy, and you let her. You went and opened the door for her, didn't you?
Now, it was already open a crack. And whose fault is that? We're morally corrupt, disease-ridden, old and stupid.
Doesn't mean he had to open it all the way, goddammit.
I love them.
So tired. Built the farm close to the lake. A place of power.
We had parties there, man. You should go there and have a party.
That Bob Balders in the amp through the window hit that hippie chick in the back of the head. 15 stitches and a concussion. Bob's dead now. Leukemia.
Stitches, snitches, and narcs, man. Bad scene.
How many more lines do they have?
I'm tired, man. So tired.
Aw, poor dudes. I'm gonna leave them alone even if they keep talking. I just like to hear all the... Aww.
I want to go home.
Aww. Now I just feel bad for them. Damn. Wait, oh, I was supposed to go back to my room or some shit? Right.
Yeah, good thing he's not overreacting or anything.
Well, he's the boss.
I may need a hand here later on, Birch. The storm's bound to make you-know-who jumpy. You know how they get.
Gotcha. The doc's got me looking after Wake here, but holler if they get too rowdy.
I'll do that, Birch.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
Yeah, I've never...
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Well then, I was gonna say, like, I've never heard anybody in real life addressing people by their last name. Is that actually something people do that's, like, not in Japan? Well, let's just go to my room. Okay. Typewriter, I guess. Oh.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Where the hell did he get a damn hammer? Hammer's up. Here's a friendly poke from Mjolnir, wench. Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we? Well, things are unraveling fast, aren't they, huh?
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder. Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old part hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key to the office wing from Sinclair.
Come out and face
I had to get to
music,
Hartman's
Birch.
office.
It's
He had
time
taken
to pay
all my
the
manuscript
piper.
pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Maybe you could come out and beat our wrinkled adult diapered asses for us, since you're so tough, Birch. We were on the road, man. You think we haven't seen punks like you before? Mortal name. Yeah, you better hide, Birch. My wrath will break you.
The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along. The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
Now, Mrs. Wake, can you tell me about Alan's problems?
He's more and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that'd lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake. What would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes. And I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems. Always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him. And we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. just a recording.
Jesus.
Hartman wasn't happy. Maud could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for to show him who was in charge. But that wasn't part of Hartman's plan.
Let me out of here! Hartman, do you hear me? I'm gonna sue your crazy quack ass to shreds! Seriously, do you have any idea how much trouble you're in? I'm famous.
He locked Barry in there?
Celebrity. They'll be looking for me. Oh, that's how you want to play it? Is that how you
Barry?
want to play?
Ow! About time!
Barry! Man, am I glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy, Al. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
Get you a friend like Barry.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Oh, okay. He's like, hell yeah, fuck that guy. Ah, my ears! Give me a sec, developer.
Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach.
Sequence went through a lot of iterations during development. We had as extreme routes as Alan Wake actually going behind and below the lodge on the mountain cliffs and fighting against possessed patients. Eventually it was great that we focused on the poltergeist events because it allowed us to create a nice chain of smaller light-based puzzles, and it also wrapped up really nicely with the big poltergeist fight in the main yard.
No, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that.
As the Dark Presence attacks the Lodge, we are seeing an escalation in its power and aggressiveness. Maybe even some frustration. It's now been chasing you for quite a while and with little success. And now that you are on its home court, so to speak, it's literally throwing stuff at you left and right. It's a good thing that the Lodge is built to handle heavy storms, or otherwise it might come crashing down on you with all the furniture that's flying around. This scene is kinda like an action puzzle where you have to react to fast-changing conditions and find your way out of the building before it's too late. Fans of Max Payne 1 might have a fleeting sense of familiarity here.
Hartman knew he was no creator.
Just reading a manuscript in the middle, running for my life.
He certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
Imagine, could you just imagine not having any like creativity? You just want to call the shots so bad with the creativity you don't have that you like make other artists into slaves, especially the mentally ill. That's messed up. The Hartman's a shit. Oh, hell no. Ow! Alright, come over here.
I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al! Oh, God! Look at the house, Al! Look out! Oh, jeez, Al! The house looks bad! Let's get out of here!
Originally, the hedge maze actually was a circular shape. It looked great from the aerial shots, and everything was pretty good as long as you actually didn't go in there. But playing a maze with all the corridors in various curves just didn't really work, and we then went with this more traditional shape.
Don't trust Emil, huh?
He stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate. Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was coming for him. Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. The idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
I forgot how much I hate mazes. Also, my ears hurt.
We don't want any fighting. You get 2 pills in the morning, and then you'll be nice and calm all day long. You get 3 pills in the evening.
Aw, shit. I don't know how I got through that.
was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
That's pretty gross.
For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay.
Darkness of the lake.
He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
The whole world exploded? Oh, huh, I was about to shit myself for a second, but that's Barry.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he had had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
The cutout.
For the nearest, you're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
Barry's the best, dude. I'm gonna grab me a tea.
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest.
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. You just need to find it. Look out!
Oh, fuck.
God damn it, Al, talk to me!
I had lost the account of the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jesus, good to hear your voice!
Here we have, once again, a twist to the gameplay. We actually take away the light, the main tool of the player. The point of this scene is to demonstrate how utterly helpless Wake is without his light against the forces of darkness. There really isn't any other option here but to run or die.
Man, I totally spaced out and didn't hear a word the developer was saying. I'm sorry about that, devs.
There's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Oh, yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al! I'm great! Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh?
This area is the Anderson farm. In the game we have these two goofy guys called the Anderson brothers. They used to live here, but with time they have gone a bit funny in the head, and now they spend most of their time at Hartman's clinic, although they do wander off all the time.
Yeah, they were in a band called the Old Gods of Asgard, and they actually pretended to be Nordic gods. And that whole rock and roll lifestyle thing was just a little bit too much for them. And it probably didn't help that they actually made their moonshine with water from Cauldron Lake. These guys are nuts.
Yeah, but this is a really cool location. It used to be an ordinary farm, but as these guys led their rock and roll lifestyle, they made it into their own image, and they built this stage in the middle of the cornfield and even decorated the farmhouse with Viking imagery. They had some serious parties here. This whole Viking thing was like a lifestyle for them, and in the end they started to believe in their own characters. Unfortunately, it went a bit too far and they woke up the dark presence with their music.
Yeah, this all took place not long after Zane had managed to put the Dark Prince down in the first place. And the Dark Prince really messed with their heads. That's another reason why they're so crazy. And eventually they managed to put it back down, but unfortunately they didn't really do a very good job of it. And I guess that's good, because if they had, then we wouldn't be having a story here at all.
That's true. These guys really aren't that good with details. They sort of let the dark presence hanging in limbo, kind of like waiting for somebody to come along and put it back into business.
Cue Alan Wake.
Oh yeah.
he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
Oh boy. Ha! Can I get my coffee now? Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through. Agent Nightingale stared at the passed-out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest. I hoped there'd still be a working generator somewhere around here to power up
And that's the only way to survive through this situation. You still need a weapon to be able to defeat them. So the only option is to continue running.
Okay, I just like got stuck. Okay,
I could
fine.
sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy was dangerous.
And here the player gets the light back to basics. A good boost, as you know, blinds the enemies and slows them down, and that's the only way to survive through this situation. You still need a weapon to be able to defeat them, so the only option is to continue running.
Oh boy.
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
It's great, honestly. I've never watched X-Files. That's one of the sins I've committed in my life at this point. I've never watched X-Files, never
The
watched
car was
Twilight
heading for
Zone,
the
and
cabin
none
up
of that.
ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
I need to stretch really bad because I'm in pain. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Don't worry, it'll be like 10 seconds.
Time to get my Cuban nanners. Cuban greed! Cuban greed, everyone, it's real!
Cardo, why did you not answer me? No head. Right here, guys. Nearly headless? How could you be nearly headless? Shit.
I'm back, and that was... what you were just listening to was Autumn's Gray Solace.
People always ask me,
water, drink, water, drink, water, bitch. Oh, drink, water, drink, water, drink, water, bitch. Oh, drink, water, drink, water, drink, water, bitch. Oh, drink, water, drink, water, drink, water,
You think you're the drink, bitch? You're not even the cup. This nigga got a middle bump with a low taper.
This nigga's the drink. This nigga's liquidity. He can't be a solid. Niggas call me the drink.
They call him the what?
When I was a kid, niggas call me the juice box. But now I'm the drink.
They call him the what? A beverage of sorts.
Vegeta's the cup. Because he is my father. My son is the drink. I am the cup. I don't give a fuck.
Well, that was nice. The drink is out there. Anyway, let's keep going. Honestly, this is the most fun I've had playing a game in a while. Like yesterday, I was like, oh, I really want to play some more, but like I had things to do. I think from now on, I mean, I love playing this at night, which is why I tend to try that. But I guess I'm gonna have to start doing things during the day, because at night is when all my friends are available to play and hang out with. Did you know, Dark says, did you know that if Alan Wake was a thief, he'd be Alan Take? Yeah, and if he smoked weed, he'd be Alan Bake. What? A manuscript.
I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path. The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction.
And if he was Two-Faced, he'd be Alan Fake. God.
And chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free.
I like how every time I look at my second screen, I look like I'm rolling my eyes. It's so weird. Where was this? Why am I missing a page if I've been getting them somewhat in order now? Oh man, I'm gonna have to go back. What the fuck was I doing? I was just like, oh, shiny manuscript.
The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew every secret path, and there was blood on their hands. They had fought these shades before.
If he was an inventor, he'd be Alan Make. If he had a big ass, he'd be Alan Cake. Man, Dark's really killing it. Dark's really killing it with these jokes. Oh, never mind. I guess I found the other one. Well, alright then. If he did landscaping, he'd be Alan Rake. Oh my god.
Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
Wait, what, Julius? What? Julius says Cyberpunk 2 is officially in the planning phase according to CD Projekt Red's CFO. Oh. Oh. No fucking way. Oh my god. I hope I don't have to update my I hope I don't have to get a new graphics card just to play that shit. What is wrong with me? If he went swimming, he'd be Alan Lake. No! If he was a game from Bethesda, he'd be Alan Quake. Yeah, no, it makes sense though. If he were very, very scared, he'd be Alan Quake. Get it? Ah! Ah! Wow, that's one fucking way to fucking die. God damn it. What in the shit? Oh, fuck. Wow, that one actually hit me and didn't do jack. Alright. Alright. Oh, I fucking made it. I fucking made it.
See the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
The journey from the crashed car, the second one we have in the game, up to this hunting cabin has been fun to develop. It was really cool to see different things, try different things that work out with Wake being very vulnerable. Originally, we tried giving Wake just less ammunition, less batteries. Then we took the revolver away for quite a long time. And in this final version, you actually start the whole journey without any kind of light source either.
The front door was locked.
Well, that didn't work. What am I doing? A chair. I gotta move it. Move. Get on the floor. Oh. Okay. I'll just, seriously, what am I supposed to do? Like, I'm all stuck in stuff. What's going on here? What's going on here? What am I missing? I'm on the table. Knock the glass out? Can I knock the glass off? No, I walk right through it. No big deal. Seriously though, what am I supposed to be doing? Oh, okay. I'll just climb on the kitchen counter. Hello? 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 Can't be that I'm just gonna be stuck here. What's this? Oh. Blood. Okay, but like, what's all that creaking? Stop it. Stop the creaking. Yeah. Shoot the door and it didn't work. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Chair, you best let me go up the stairs and try again. Oh, wait. You know what? I think this is why... This is why I could never get it, could never function in society. The door was here the whole time. Whoa! Whoa, buddy.
You were in jail the other day. I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. My buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friend's suddenly the bad guy who wrote this crap anyway.
Alan, apparently. Hey, you good, man? He'll be fine.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. on Escape into the Story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who'll help me. I'll make it happen.
I thought there was someone behind me for a second. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Let me guess. Danny, huh? The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast. If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for Dad.
The farmlands area has been one of the most liked areas during early gameplay testing. I think the big element to this is that we have very many different gameplay types during this journey. We just had a very tightly planned, very tightly designed survival journey up to this hunting cabin, and then again now we give the player a car, we give a direction, and we give the player the chance to actually dictate his own pace for a while.
I think that's pretty cool how the devs thought of the players for most of it. Oh. Well then, this is a nice drive. I don't gotta worry about no, oh, never mind. Never mind, spoke too soon. Bye! That was fun. Just a second now. Gotta refresh chat on the phone. There we go. Sweet.
I'd known the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Ow! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them! God damn.
That's fucking awesome.
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson. Shut up and shoot! Ow! We have to fight them all! Bring it up! Hey, Al! Did you notice there's a lot of grass in this stuff? I'll try to get the stage lights on.
Oh, okay, I'll just, be more vigilant.
So glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson. Shut up and shoot! Ow! We have to fight them off! I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out! Ow! Did you notice there's a lot of ammo and stuff around? This place is stocked! Ow! Hold on!
Baba Bowie.
Ooh, this is tough. Okay, I'll keep that in mind after this.
No! Why do you keep doing this to me? Do it for Barry, please!
Baba Booey.
What the hell?
Children of the Elder God, what a great song to kick ass to. I think the whole stage fight sequence is going to be one of the most memorable moments for a lot of people, simply because it's just such a ridiculous action-packed sequence. The music is actually by the band Poets of the Fall, who have a long history of collaboration with Remedy. We kind of wanted this to sound like 70s heavy rock, and I think they did a fantastic job of that, and from what I hear, they had a good time doing that too. They also did the other song that you hear a little bit later at the farmhouse, The Poet and the Muse, and that's of course a more of a ballad, but you know, still a very nice song. The lyrics of both songs are actually based on poems by our lead writer Sam Lake.
Yeah, I did it. Huh, manuscript, I think.
Deputy Mulligan tuned Thornton's chatter out. He didn't think writers were particularly useful people, and a huge manhunt for one struck him as idiotic. Certainly not worth the missed opportunity for coffee and pie. It wasn't even clear what the man had done, except run from them at the trailer park. Mulligan knew he wasn't alone. The sheriff's patience with the Fed was running out.
See, bestseller? No reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time. We need to get this thing moved out of the way.
This is as far as I got, before they ambushed me.
Oh boy, another puzzle.
Hey, I think Alan Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al?
Oh, I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very attractive and mysterious. Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see what you did there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
Wow! You look at that thing, Al! They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they? Look at all this stuff. They must have done okay for themselves, so how come I never heard of these guys before?
And this from the guy who learned about Ozzy Osbourne through reality TV?
Sleep. We all spend a third of our dreams in its soft embrace, somewhere between fantasy and
Hey, remember when I got you that gig? Your first real writing job, what got you started? Was this one of your episodes?
in Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
We join Mr. Jones as he explores the endless
diving suit is a dream, and the girl made of smiles and sunshine is definitely a dream. But I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this. But maybe you're a really confused dream. What am I, a shrink? All I know is I'm going with the smart guys, and they say that's the guy doing the dreaming. Right there. I don't know what that means. It means we keep him happy. No sudden falls. We make sure he has his clothes on when he goes out in public. No chases where the monster is nipping at his heels and he runs like crazy, but his legs don't seem to get him anywhere. None of that. Because if he wakes up in a cold sweat... Yeah, precisely. So we wait till he wants to move on. Keep things nice and calm. Hey, something's happening here. Yeah? What's that? What? Can't you hear that? Oh, God help us, it's an alarm clock. Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man, I got a wife and kids. Please don't wake...
Okay. Wow. I still wonder what the coffee even does. The manuscript.
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back. The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
Oh wow, the old gods of Asgard. Ah, the noise is getting louder. 1975 Ragnarok tour. The awed by celestial wrath and fury. Look at all those dates. They even went to Jacksonville and Tampa and wow. Neat. Is there anything back here? Over here? No? Okay. Let's move. Let's move.
Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
Be careful, Al!
Be careful, he says. I know I'm gonna get jumped at some second here. But I gotta see if there's more manuscript pages. The manuscript.
I'm good. Keep your eyes open, okay?
What a thrill.
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah. Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff, which concerns an ongoing investigation. We can't talk about that, Thornton. I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just saying we got, other irons to fry.
And how would you compare your workload to last year's? Things have seemed relatively peaceful to me, but people do tend to get a little wild this time of year.
Oh, it's wild, Pat. It's pretty wild. There's been all sorts of trouble this year. Vandalism, fighting, public disturbances. A lot of people gone missing, too. Yeah, it's pretty much the usual stuff, Pat. Just, a lot more of it.
Now, is it just me, or does Deerfest get wilder every year? People seem to be more drunk, at least, or they start earlier and younger.
Oh, it's definitely not just you, Pat, but... Definitely, Pat. Hey, I'm talking here, Thornton. Oh, shoot, I lost my train of thought.
Not just me.
Oh, yeah, it's wilder, Pat, but actually most of the trouble seems to be coming from grown men. People who ought to know better, Kids are doing fine this year.
Well, that's nice to hear at least. Boys, I want to thank you for stopping by. I'll let you get back to your patrol.
Sure thing, Pat. Yeah, sure thing, Pat.
Look at all the moonshine.
I could see the building that had to be the Andersons' home on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
People like to joke around a lot about how some husbands hate their wives and all that shit. But when a husband really loves his wife, don't fuck with his wife. You'll get some Alan Wake shit. that was close. Well, that made me curious. What's in there? Ow. Oh, what the hell just hit me there? Jeez. What the fuck? That is very true, Julius.
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
Yeah, it's me. Hey.
Hey, let's go, man. I think we're gonna have to work together to open this gate, Al. Looks pretty heavy. Ah! Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
We should feel right at home then.
Come on, one more gate. Open this thing.
Honestly, I'd love to live here.
The lights are out. I guess we better check the fuse box.
They had a little tiny stage here too.
The power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box.
know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby hatch.
Yeah, I don't think they keep too close an eye on them at the clinic. They seem to slip away a lot so they can get wasted.
No kidding. Those guys sound awesome. Come on, Al, let's get the lights on, huh?
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night. I saw myself run toward the cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream. This was the beginning. The night Alice had disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
It's the song!
Can you hear that, Al? Music?
Of course. We need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Lady of the Light? Oh, that's gotta be... What's-her-face? The crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be.
Aw, yeah.
He's pulling his cock out!
He's pulling his cock out!
Okay.
We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry, this is... Yeah, what the hell?
I would not drink that.
Seriously, because I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? And even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
Get yourself a friend like Barry. Oh, oh no. Oh no. Oh god, what?
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming. It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off. I remembered thinking I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After after that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crashed car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together and put it behind you.
Alice?
She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her.
Ah!
Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do. You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
Oh boy.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her. Yes. All right. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back.
Ah!
No. I wrote it. I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobweb she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. We'll know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my barber a long time ago. She looks so old.
I had woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape. The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious, and fading fast. It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night.
fall.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
Oh, fuck. He got that good shit.
There's an old town road with mystery upon the poet and his muse, and a magic lake which gave a life to the words the poet used. Now the muse
Man, that's amazing stuff. I love this game.
learned about a grace and told the stories of treasures deep beneath the blackened waves.
So I'm gonna stop the stream here. However, I might end up playing more of it, maybe, today, since it is Wednesday, and I typically have not much to do, so I might come back later. Yeah. That's how you shape destiny, and I almost dropped my controller. Great. Catch you guys later. Thanks for hanging out with me, Julius. And Dart too.
He searched in vain for his treasure lost, and too soon the night would fall, and only his own echo would wail back as his call. And when he swore to bring back his love by stories he'd create,
If I try to end the stream now, it'll just stop playing the music, and I really like it a lot, so. You'll need the witch's cabin key. Find the lady of the night, still raving in the night. That's how you reshape destiny.
Previously on Alan Wake.
Oh, the screen changed. Oh, sweet. Okay, yeah, no, for sure. All right, I'm gonna leave a little bit of music. I will come back more than likely after a bit of a break, so look out for that. And you can see the previous streams on my YouTube channel. Hooray! All right, I'll put on some music for you guys. So this is Thrill by Slow Crush. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna play a little bit more, so stay tuned. I'm gonna end the stream and then start it right back up. In any case, try refreshing the page.